Well, they in serious trouble because number one, Draymond's got 3 or 4 more years. They're gonna have to make a hard decision on Klay. Klay's not gonna get younger. Do you sign him for 3 or 4 more years, which he won't? That's the elephant in the room. Because if they got to make a decision on him. Listen, we all love Klay, and Klay wants a max deal. He's not gonna get a max deal, but you see he's compromised because of the ACL and the Achilles. Do you still sign him for 3 or 4 more years what he wants? How can you get young if you're going to sign him? So they are in serious.
I just asked, what would you do?
What would I do?
You can't do a sign and trade? Third time. Can't do a sign and trade?
The Golden State Warriors have an unbelievably difficult decision to make. Do they let go of Klay Thompson and kind of retool going into next year, or do they re-sign him and bring him back to keep together Klay, Draymond, and Steph Curry together on the same team? In this game, the play-in tournament versus the Sacramento Kings, Klay Thompson looked really bad. Did not really do too much at all. We're going to break down some of his film from this game. But man, what would you guys do before we jump into the video, before we break down some of the film from this tough game? Would you guys bring back Klay Thompson, or would you let him walk in free agency? I think it all depends on how much he wants. If he's willing to take a major pay cut, I would bring him back in a matter of seconds, right? But if he still wants about $40 million per year, I think at that point, you got to really look at yourself in the mirror and say, is it worth it? And if we're being quite honest, he made a lot of good plays in this game. They just didn't go his way. I mean, look at this one. A beautiful no-look pass, drawing this, weak side defender in Domantas Sabonis, get him on the strong side, and they were going to get a no-look pass over here to the backdoor cut, and just can't catch it cleanly, right? So, I mean, he made a lot of good reads, that being one of them. Gets the offensive rebound, gets a second chance opportunity here, and then boom, now we're going to play normal Warriors basketball for the past decade. Get a quick screen, see if this defender in Sabonis hedges. He's not going to. Boom, now we're coming off a wide open three here, and again, this is a shot he is so used to taking, but again, just didn't go his way, didn't fall, ends up missing it. But man, if he had a good day, they would have won this game potentially. Now, when you look at Klay Thompson's numbers throughout his career, he didn't even really have a bad year. I mean, 38.7% from 3 is not bad at all. Now, compared to his numbers usually, yeah, maybe it's a down year, but the man was still averaging about 18 points a game, shooting over basically 39% from 3 and 43% from the field. This was a fine year, in my opinion, for Klay Thompson. I feel like he just got that Russell Westbrook treatment where he was going to be the scapegoat no matter what. Now again, on this play, we get some normal off-ball movement here by Klay Thompson. Get this screen here on the backside for him to come off it and get an open three. Boom, Draymond sets a pretty nice screen there without moving. Klay is able to spot up for an open three, and again, just doesn't get it to fall. And again, this is a game of, missing or making shots. In this game, he did not make any shots at all and was one of the major reasons they were not able to win this basketball game. But at the end of the day, was it bad enough to really put an end to the big three here in Golden State? And yeah, maybe it is time to blow it up. But maybe it's not. Because I could easily see Klay Thompson going over to a team like the Lakers and being an X factor for that team. Do you really want to do that? Do you really want to, jeopardize losing one of your stars for the past decade to a team like the Lakers or a team like the Celtics or a team that anybody could go out there and snag them? I mean, this is a big decision. Now, before we break down some more film, guys, do me a big favor, hit that like button just so we can get this video out to more Warriors fans and NBA fans around the world, but also subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free, it doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Warriors and the NBA for the rest of the playoffs, the offseason, everything you guys need to know. We got you guys covered, so join the family, and let's get right back into the film. All right, here we go. On this play specifically, we're going to get a spread isolation post up here with Klay Thompson. He is so good in this position, you know, either getting a fadeaway mid-range, driving to the left or right elbow, getting a pull-up mid-range, or even spinning baseline and getting an open layup at the basket. So good at doing this. So boom, spins baseline on Davion Mitchell, gets to the hoop, right, pump fakes, and this should be a wide open layup. This should be one of the easiest baskets of his life, but just leaves it a little bit short. And yes, there is such a thing as an off day, but maybe, I don't know, maybe it's not. Maybe he's just washed. That's what, if you scroll through Twitter or X right now, you will see a lot of people saying, yeah, he's washed, he's done, he will never be on the Warriors again, this will be his last season. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not, but man, I think he's getting a lot of hate. But you know, maybe that's a tough shot right there. Definitely probably don't want to take that one. Don't know where was the shot clock at. 16. Definitely not a great shot here. You got 3 guys in the paint. I mean, what are we really doing here? Right here, you should be able to kick it out to this corner, or even Steph Curry. I mean, you have multiple offers. You have Jonathan Kuminga in the dunker spot here. I mean, you could easily drive in, read Harrison Barnes, throw up this lob. I mean, that should be an easy lob here to Jonathan Kuminga, who's just sitting in that dunker spot wide open. I mean, there are some plays that you look at and you're like, dude, what was that? Guys, real quickly, before we finish off this video, I need you guys to do me a big favor. Underdog Fantasy is doing the most legendary thing in the world. Not only if you use my code in the description, they will give you a free $100 depending on how much you first deposit, but also they're going to give you a free square as well. Now what that means is, for example, let's just say Jimmy Butler, right? They're going to have Jimmy Butler over half a point, right? And every single couple of days, they're going to give you freebies that you can just easily win money on. Go claim your free $100 by depositing $100 or whatever you want. They'll match your first deposit, but also go get a free square. Go win money. They have so much you can bet on, and it's not just basketball. If you like MLB, MLB's here as well. They have tennis. They have NHL, they have soccer, they have women's soccer, FIFA, esports, racing, golf. They have everything you could think of, and they have live drafts as well. So if you want to get in an MLB draft and play that, you can. If you want to get in an NBA draft and play with some people, some of your friends, you can do that as well. If you use my code in the description, not only will they match your first deposit, but they're going to give you free money as well in terms of these little bets, right? These little bets that you can put in. Tyrese Halliburton over half a point, the easiest money you'll ever make in your life. Go check it out, and let's get right back into the video. And here's just another typical Warriors play they like to run on fast break situations. Clear out the lane, get everyone to the left side, have Klay Thompson bring it up here for a wide open 3. And again, this is a shot he is so accustomed to making over the past decade, and again, just doesn't fall for him. Just had a really bad night, and you know, I know a lot of people want to blame him, but you know, these are the shots you got to hit. At the same time, you know, an off night's an off night. At some point, you got to realize, like, you know, maybe just stop shooting the ball, but you're Klay Thompson. You can't just stop shooting. So with all that being said, what do you guys think? Is this the end of the era in Golden State with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green? Obviously, Chris Paul's probably got to find his way out of here. You know, maybe Wiggins ends up out of here as well. But man, I think Klay Thompson is probably the most important piece right here because, you know, the biggest decision to be made is Klay Thompson. And real quickly, just want to give a big shout out to the Sacramento Kings, man. They deserve this win. They played good all of last season. All of this season, they were pretty good as well. Just couldn't get over that hump and be a top 5 seed. I believe they were, what, the 10th seed, the 9th seed, one of the two. But either way, end up coming out here, winning a big-time game, and now we'll get an opportunity to actually make the NBA playoffs. Big shout out to Trace Jackson as well. Beautiful outlet pass here to Klay. And again, Klay Thompson with this final shot ends up going 0 for 10, 0 for 6 from the field with 0 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 2 personal fouls. Is Klay Thompson's time here in Golden State coming to an end? Comment down below yes or no. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.